Hey Jack, should I buy in my own name or a limited company?
If you only want to have 1 or 2 properties and you're a lower rate taxpayer, then it might be better for you to keep it in your own name. But if you're planning on scaling or you're a higher rate taxpayer, then I'd probably recommend going a limited company. There are differences between the two. First up is tax. If you buy in your own name, you are taxed on the full rental income of that property. So if you're a higher rate taxpayer, you're going to be paying at least 40% of the entire rental amount before you take away your mortgage, your fees, everything. It can cripple profits. However, if you do it in a limited company, you're only taxed on what's left after all expenses have been made. So it can be much, much more tax efficient. The second difference is on your lending. In your own name, a buy-to-let mortgage is going to be cheaper than if you do it through a limited company. However, the difference you make in tax on the back end still means if you're a higher rate taxpayer, it's going to be much more beneficial for you to be in a limited company. The third thing you might want to consider is how old you are. If you're doing it in your own name and you're, say, 65, 70 years old, you're going to struggle to get a mortgage. But a company is ageless. And it's much easier for you to be able to get a buy-to-let mortgage through a limited company if you are in your golden years. And the fourth thing you want to consider is risk. If you own everything in your own name and something goes tits up, then everything you own is liable to cover anything that you owe. If you own your properties through a limited company, there's something called limited liability, which means any creditors you have can only come over the assets owned within that limited company, and you yourself, as a director, your personal assets are safe. It's entirely dependent on your situation, but if you are a higher rate taxpayer or you are looking to own 4, 5, 6, 7 properties or more, do it right from the word go and set a limited company.